Hello, my friends. It's so nice to see you again today. If we haven't met before, my name is Jen Daly, and I'm a therapist and a family coach, and I help kids and their grown-ups manage all sorts of things, like itty-bitty problems and really big problems. And there is a really big challenge coming up for all of us. Some of you have already started this challenge, and some of you are about to start this challenge. And the challenge is returning to school during a global pandemic. And there's no good answers here, folks. We go a hybrid model, that offers challenges. We do fully remote, that's challenges. We do fully back in school, that has challenges too. There are no good answers here. So I wanted to let you guys know what my 4 major things that I want you to start doing for your family to set you up for success as we're reopening schools, preparing for school, trying to get our family together and make this a successful school year. Okay, ready? So here's number 1. Bing. Okay, set expectations and define them. Okay, and what does that mean, right? So in the past, a successful school day, like for most parents, is my kid went to school, they learned something, they didn't get in trouble, and they got decent grades, right? Well, those expectations are kind of out the window. And kids saying it was a good school day usually means they had fun with their friends at recess. It was like pizza day in the cafeteria. They had a really cool assignment or an assembly that they really enjoyed, right? But none of those things, none of those normal criteria that make us measure what a good day at school is for our kids or for ourselves as parents or teachers, those things aren't really existing right now. Not in the normal way, not in the normal sense of things. So we have to sit down with our kids and really ask, how are we going to know it's a good day? Give them that language I just shared with you, right? In the past, a good day is I had fun with Sarah playing, Foursquare or playing on the monkey bars at school. Or, oh, my friends and I, had the best time in acting class, right? Whatever those things are, those old normal ways of measuring success aren't going to work. So step 1 is to sit down and really think for yourself, help your kids think through, what are we going to call a good day? When we can define it, we can hold on to it and we can assess and measure our life that way. So it's really important to set those goals and expectations. How are we going to call a good day with remote learning? What's a good day with hybrid learning? And what does that space look like? Because if I don't know how to be successful, I can't know I was successful. So you really have to define how you're going to be successful so you can know what it means to be successful and you can feel your own success. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, validate and acknowledge. Listen, you guys, this is a really sucky period of life, right? There is nothing that is easy about living through a global pandemic. It sucks, it's hard, it's weird. But when we keep doing like the positive reframe when our kids are telling us or complaining like, oh, I just hate this, I don't want to wear a mask, I hate online learning, this sucks. Don't fight them on it. Don't say, well, we really need to do this thing, folks. Just say, I know, this is so hard. This is not what I wished for you. This is not what I wished for us or for our family or for our school or for our community. This is really hard. We'll get through it together, but this is really hard. Do you see how if I had said something like, well, I know, but we just have to do this. Like, you're just going to have to suck it up and deal. I'm breaking the connection from what my kid just told me about how hard it is. But if I can acknowledge, this is hard. I don't like this either. This is not what I would wish for us. Right? That creates connection rather than breaks connection. So let's make sure that you're creating connection through validation and acknowledging the feelings and stay away from all that toxic positivity crap. It doesn't help anybody and it just leads to more of the shame, blame, disconnect cycle. Next, we don't have like our normal rituals, right? There's no like, okay, goodbye, sweetie, and as you wave them off on the school bus or packing the lunches, all of those normal rituals, welcome them off the school bus saying, how was your day at school, sweetie? We're getting rid of all of those rituals, right? Some of those rituals kind of stink anyway, so it's not such a big deal. Like, I don't know anybody who's like, yeah, I love the school bus. I love being in school for 7 hours a day and not moving my body. Those are great, right? So some of these rituals that we're getting rid of, like, great, good riddance. However, we have to be able to create rituals for our family. Rituals and routine create predictability. And let's be honest here, there's not a whole lot of predictability going on these days, right? Not a lot. It's really hard to know what's happening. Even if you know what's happening in your school, like for the next 2 weeks, maybe it might change 2 weeks after that. So the more you as the parent, you as the leader of your family can create rituals and routines that you're in control of, that are predictable, that no matter what happened, you can stick to, that's going to be a really important balancing key piece of your family's life. Make it fun. Make it something to look forward to. Make it be that end of, school day, what's that 5 o'clock song that Andy sings in The Office, whatever that song is, right? Closing time. That's what it's called. Have a closing time celebration at the end of the online school day. Do something to mark the passage of time to say, now this section of our day is over and this next section of our day starts. Those boundaries that ritual and routine create actually leads us to a more healthy, more balanced, more contained and organized life. Okay, ready for this last one, grown-ups? This one's really, really important. Find some way to have alone time with yourself. If you are a parent who normally works from home, you have had people invading your home for 6 months, right? Like, you might just want your kids, like, get out. I want the house clean and I want to be in it alone and like sit there with my book and a glass of wine or in the bathtub or like picking my nose. It doesn't matter. I want everybody out of my house, whatever. So really find some time that's just for you to take care of yourself, right? Really, like, send the kids somewhere. It doesn't matter if they're 5, send them over to another 5-year-old's house. Find a friend to share with this. If you're lucky enough to have a partner in your parenting, a partner in your family, tag off with each other to give each other some space, right? Because this is really hard. We're going on 6 months of intensive time with people. And if you're anything like me, like I'm an introvert, nobody ever believes me, but I really am an introvert. I need some serious, deep alone time to feel like myself. So however you can figure that out, you got to start figuring that out because we are in this for the long haul, okay? Thank you so much for watching. If you need some more support in kind of figuring this stuff out, head on over to my website, jendaly.com. There you can fill out a form and we can get to work together. Right now, I'm offering parenting discovery calls where we can really start this coaching process and you can leave that call with an action plan on how to better care for your family, care for yourself, and find more success as a parent. And one last thing. On Saturday morning, that's tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow morning, Saturday morning at 10 a.m., head on over to the Red Elephant Herd Facebook page and watch an interview with me and Afreen and Max and Aman talking about my stand in the world. And what your stand is like, what's your commitment? And in case you guys didn't know, for me, it has something to do with kids and families. So join me over at the Red Elephant Herd Facebook page at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, which is a Saturday. I cannot wait to see you there. Thanks so much. If this was helpful for you today, share it with your friends because they're dealing with it too. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.